Today we will be going over the Bill of Rights. It starts out by saying, the conventions of a number of the states having at the time of their adopting the Constitution expressed a desire, in order to prevent misconstruction or abuse of its powers, that further declaratory and restrictive clauses should be added, and as extending the ground of public confidence in the government will best ensure the beneficent ends of its institution. So basically what this is saying is when the Constitution was created, the states decided that they will add clauses into the Constitution to prevent it from being corrupted. So next it says, resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America, in Congress assembled, 2/3 of both houses concurring, that the following articles be proposed to the legislature of the several states, as amendments to the Constitution of the United States, all or any of which articles, when ratified by 3/4 of the said legislators, to be valid to all intents and purposes as part of the said Constitution. This is saying that the Senate and House of Representatives came together and came up with these articles to be proposed to the legislature, and that they were all ratified. Next it says, articles in addition to and amendments to the Constitution of the United States of America, proposed by Congress and ratified by the legislators of the several states, pursuant to the 5th article of the original Constitution. What this says, it is adding on to what the Constitution has already established. Due to them being removed, we will skip the first 2 articles. The 3rd article says, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or the press or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Basically what this is saying is that the people's right to practice any religion they want to, or no religion at all, to speak freely, to assemble with others, to communicate with the government, and of the press to publish, are all protected. The 4th article says, a well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. This is basically saying that people have the right to own guns. No soldier shall, in time of peace, be quartered in any house, without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in manner to be prescribed by law. So what this is saying is that the army cannot force homeowners' house and feed soldiers. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects, against unreasonable searches and seizures, shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue, but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched, and the person or things be seized. So what this amendment is saying is that it protects the people from the government improperly taking items without warrant, based on probable cause. No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia, when in actual service in time of war or public danger. Nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. So what this is saying is the 5th Amendment protects people from being held for committing a crime unless they are properly accused of a crime, that they may not be tried twice for the same crime, that you need to be not to be forced to testify against yourself, and from property being taken without just compensation. In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district when the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witness against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. So what this is saying is that the amendment guarantees a speedy trial, a jury that doesn't already think you are guilty accused people can confront witnesses against them, and that the accused must be allowed to have a lawyer. In suits at common law, where the value in controversy shall exceed $20, the right of trial by jury shall be preserved, and no facts tried by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States than according to the rules of the common law. This guarantees a jury trial in federal civil court cases. Excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishment inflicted. Basically what this is saying is that all punishments will be fair. The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. This is basically saying that others' rights, aside from those listed, may exist, and just because they are not listed doesn't mean that they cannot be violated. The powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited to the states, are reserved to the states respectively, or to the people. This amendment states that any power not granted to the federal government belongs to the states or to the people. Well, that's my lesson on the Bill of Rights. I hope you learned a little something today.